text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
You know, this low key is like being in the newsroom. We had to work the master control.
Well, we in here in the newsroom, and here's the news. Today's weather. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Flipman's Daily Live. Wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit. A better way of living. AKA Fliptainment. We're here to answer your questions. If you want your properties comped, go to comps101.com. I've been forgetting about Hi-Ho. Hi-Ho, if you got questions, you can ask them there. I'm not sure if it's on Android yet, but you could check. That's Hi-Ho, H-I-H-O. But anything you need, the 205-964-5243. If you need the contract, text the word contract. You want the script, we can talk to sellers, text the word script. You want to know how to text message the proper way, text the word text. You want the CRM if you're trying to manage your leads because you want to separate your driving for dollar leads, your bandit sign leads, your cold and calling leads, your door knocking leads, your other wholesalers, build a cash buyers pipeline where you can blast out to them when you have a deal. The CRM will do all this. So text CRM to the 205-964-5243 also. If you just have a question, period, text the number. So, but right now we're live as of 12:42 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're live from Birmingham, Alabama. Guess what today is, guys?
15th anniversary.
What is it, Ken?
Your 15th anniversary.
Well, tomorrow will be.
Well, tomorrow.
So this is the eve. This is like
Since you punched in a
since
talk.
fire the man, fire your boss Eve, quit your job Eve. So April 30th is the day I went up to Bell South, it's now AT&T, and put my resignation letter on my immediate supervisor's desk and the clerk's desk, one each, because if you don't come to work, they call you. I was out May 1st. Well, I took the letter up there. It was on a Sunday, April 30th. So May 1st is tomorrow. So May 1st was the official day, 2006. So that's what, 15 years.
Wow, how does that feel?
Well, you know, it ain't always been good.
Right.
Most of that's self-inflicted, as most things are. But most of it's been, you know, one of the best decisions financially that I've ever made. You know, I've been able to continue to eat well, as you can see. And too much sometimes or whatever, and be able to feed a few people that I care about. So just trying to continue this thing. Hopefully, if that's your goal, some of this content will assist you in achieving that. Yeah, so we can get to it. So the title today is Partnering with the Flip Man. So if you have a great deal, if you have a property that you need a cash buyer for, that you have under contract, you're dealing directly with the owner, it is a great deal because you ran it through the calculator on my site, dearlater.com, and it's off market. And my definition of off market is, what is it? If I Google the address, it can't be for sale anywhere on the internet. Yeah, Jessica, when you started working, you knew nothing about this, right?
No.
You're basically an expert now, right? You know nothing about this. That's amazing, isn't it? So, but anyway, so yeah, so you just can go to the site, dearlater.com, and submit it, or you can text me on the number, and I'll tell you I'll send you the link on where to submit it, the 5243. And basically the process, you submit the deal over, we'll evaluate it. If we think it's an opportunity, we're going to reach back out to you whether you think it's a deal or not, because we want to work with you beyond that. But if it's a great deal, next thing we'll paper up, we find a buyer, we close on it, we'll split it 50-50. Or if you give us a price and it still works for us, whatever we make above that we keep. So either or works. Boom. Let's get it.
All right, the first question is on Instagram. Are you the one that's rapping in the beginning of your intro?
No. On Instagram, go to @Dutch Jackson, DUTCH Jackson. Everybody know how to spell that. JACKSON. Dutch Jackson, that's my man. He also did the intro to Flip, the original, which is coming back or whatever. Let's see, let that rip right quick. Yeah, let that one rip right quick, man. The old school. Yeah. Let the old one rip. Some people don't.
This is the original.
This is the original.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Gotta be what? Oh wow. Hey, what that? Hey, okay, all right. What that mama looking like? Anyway.
Oh Lord. I don't know if this is a guy or girl.
What?
I don't know if this is a guy or girl.
Oh, he got a mama though. Yeah. It don't matter what they are. I'm talking about what their mama look like.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said if you look like your mama.
So anyway, what were we talking about here? Oh, so anyway, that's not me. That's Dutch Jackson. So you hit Dutch up, and he does music and real estate. I think he just dropped his own course. Hit my boy up.
All right, this is on Instagram. Flip man, do I have to show the buyer what I got?
Absolutely not when you're negotiating. He may eventually find out. That's fine, but not when you're negotiating the deal. No.
All right, this is on TikTok. So what is this about?
What is this about? How did you stumble on this, T? Whatever that person's name, what that name is? You can read that username. Black Lion 314. Man, this is probably one of the best days of your life, because you're about to be introduced to a gateway into real estate. Whether your cash or credit situation does not matter. Whether you have a 450 credit score or an 850 credit score, whether you have $1 in the bank or 1 million, it won't matter. What this is, what I do, my name is Tyrone Taylor to be complete, government name. Branded name is Flip Man. What I have done over the last 18 years is wholesale real estate. One of the things I've done, the main thing I've done. Basically what that means is you put real estate deals together, and whether you have the money or don't. And how that works is you find a great real estate deal, you put it under contract, because all real estate transactions start with the contract, and you basically flip that contract to the person that does have the money, but they're going to pay you what we call a get out of the way fee. It's called an assignment fee. And that fee may be 4 figures, 5 figures, could be 6 figures. You can do that as much as you want. That's why it's an opportunity. It could be a life-changing financial opportunity. What was their name again?
Black Lion 314.
Okay, Black Lion 314. I hope that answers your question. Stick around. I think you'll learn some things. Plus, what's even better than this is that I give it all away on my YouTube channel. Over 600 videos. That's 12 plus years of me spilling my guts. So there are no excuses. You have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free. So we'll see y'all Monday.
All right, on my end, everybody's saying, hey, what's up? Good afternoon. Arizona in the building. All right.
Well,
Somebody, David called. He said, I need help with the data systems.
the data systems. Mm-hmm. Could you be a little bit more specific on what data systems are yours?
Yeah.
I did. Okay.
On what kind? Like the CRM? Like what you looking for?
Yeah, what are you looking for specifically?
This one came from Marissa Deck on Facebook. She said, how many signs do you put out per weekend?
Ideally, 100 plus. 50 would be okay, but ideally 100 plus.
All right, this one came from Kirsten. She's just saying hey to Flipman and hey ladies. Everybody's saying good afternoon.
What's up, Kirsten? She's a regular.
She is.
More
We got
KM.
Tony here from Las Vegas.
What's up, Las Vegas? I'll be out there sometime this summer, hopefully, to lose some money.
Right, I'm going next year.
Okay.
This one came from, now I can't say your first name, but Mr. Davis on YouTube. He said, I think I have some properties we can work together on in Atlanta.
Let's get it.
Send those over to dlater.com.
Let's get it.
This one came from D Renee. She said, can you explain how we would get our fee out of an owner finance deal? I have a guaranteed contract if I can figure out how to wholesale it and have buyers, but I don't know how to structure it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Great question. She's basically asking, she has an owner financing opportunity where the owner is going to act as the bank. They're going to accept payments. You all will come up with an amount and you're going to be able to make payments to them. They call it owner financing. They're going to act as the lender or the bank or whatever, but she doesn't want to remain in the deal. So she set up the terms. She just wants to wholesale out the terms. So assuming the terms are attractive, D Renee, you're just going to set a fee. Hey, this is my fee. And basically what you do is put it in the down payment. I'm sorry. So I don't know what the down payment is with the seller, but whatever that is, whether that's 0 or if it's 1,000 or 5,000, you add your money onto that down payment and the price. So if you all agreed on $100,000 price as far as owner financing with a $5,000 down payment, but you want to make $10,000, so you'll mark the house up to 110. Well, yeah, 115,000. I think I'm doing it right. And the down payment would be 15,000. And so you get your 10, they get that 5, and it brings it back down to the 100. Boom.
All right, everybody's wishing you a happy anniversary on quitting your job. Mr. Tony said that he used to
Hope I don't have to
live
go back, but I ain't buying it. Y'all, hey, don't be surprised one day y'all see me at a greeting Walmart with the tablet count, see how many people in there. I ain't beyond that now. You know, you never know.
Who was that who was doing
And
that? The man from,
Walmart in the morning, Target in the evening.
You remember the man from, he used to be on the Cosby Show? He was one of the girls.
Oh, my man, he was married to the older daughter. And Tyler Perry, somebody saw him in what they call it, something Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, yeah.
He was a bagger.
And he's put him in some movies and stuff.
Yeah, and he was in some little Power episodes and so see that y'all be trying to talk about folks, but you don't know what God gonna do.
Hey, you don't know, man. You never. Hey, we all this close from number one, death, obviously, but one bad decision that I make. Hey, dang that. Ain't you got videos on YouTube? Yeah, that's me. You need a buggy. See your boy out there, got them 30 buggies. Hey, I ain't hating on nobody to do that. I'm just saying I ain't beyond it. That's the point I'm making.
Need some money.
Yeah.
All right. Tony said.
What's half of zero?
Zero.
That pride ain't gonna pay nothing. Nothing.
That's right. Tony said he used to live in Trustful and he worked in Irondale. Last job he had. Okay. So shout out to Trustful.
That's what's up, my
man. Let's see. Somebody said, "Damn, bro, that's the dream." Let's see. Okay, this one came from Kirsten. She said, "When cold calling, what do you say when the seller asks if you're a wholesaler? What are some tips you have for cold calling?"
Kirsten, when you get asked that question, it's a 9 out of 10 chance that there's no deal there. If you walk in, we'll use Walmart again. If I walk into Walmart, we need to do that again. We haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, we just go in the mall, Walmart. You ask 10 people, 9 of them never heard of Walmart. I offer $100. Somebody tell me what is wholesaling. And so if they're asking you that, in most cases, they're a seasoned investor, right? Or another wholesaler, right? And so not saying you couldn't do a deal or whatever. You could tell them, say, hey, you got to wholesale some, I buy some. You got a house you want to sell? You know, that's how you answer it or whatever. You know, so, hey, I wholesale some, I buy some. I can't buy everything.
All right, this is on Instagram. What's your thoughts on subject 2 for people starting out?
Subject 2 is not my lane. I suggest that you reach out to my boy Pace Morby, what he's on Instagram, PACEMORBY, and he's the expert on that. I've done a couple over the years, but that's really not my lane. But it's an opportunity, you know. That's one of the great things about real estate, just endless opportunities.
All right. A couple people asked, can you wholesale in Pennsylvania? And then the other person said, can you wholesale anywhere?
Yes, you can wholesale in Pennsylvania, but from my understanding, as of today, the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you have to have a wholesaler's license, but it doesn't require a test, from my understanding. Just more like applying for a business license. I think it costs you a total of $500, so that's nothing or whatever. The rest of the state of Pennsylvania, I think, is open. As far as anywhere else, yes, except you can wholesale in the state of Illinois, but you need a broker's license that requires a test. In the state of Kansas, it requires a real estate license. So, but everywhere else is fair game, from my understanding right now.
All right, this is on TikTok. How do we get started? Educating yourself.
Get started. You want to educate. You want to put those mics up a little higher, Ken? You start by simply educating yourself. Once you educate yourself, you can use my YouTube channel as that source to educate yourself. It's an entire encyclopedia of information, but it's in digital format, in video. I'm telling you everything I know. It's over 600 videos there. Just dive in. It's all there. Then the first thing you'll do after you educate yourself, which you really already know what to do because you have educated yourself, but just in case, you need to choose, I recommend, you need to choose your path as far as how are you going to generate daily leads. That's all this business boils down to, right? If you generate enough leads, you'll stumble in the deal. Now, you don't want to just stumble in the deal. You want to know what you're doing, but I'm just saying that's really what it boils down to. You'll stumble in the deals if you do enough marketing. So that's why I talk about bandit signs, direct mail, cold calling, driving for dollars, door knocking, Facebook ads, Google ads, and so on. Or whatever. It's all about generating leads. You're just like any other business. You have to let people know you exist. It's called marketing and advertising. You have to let them know what you do. You buy houses.
All right, this is on TikTok. If I send some leads of rundown houses, do most wholesalers pay a finder's fee?
Well, it depends on, some people do it that way. I don't really like to do it that way. If I accept a lead from a bird dog in mass now, let me just say that, you basically have done what I would have done. The only thing you didn't do is put it on the contract. You talked to the seller, you negotiate the deal, and you just turn it over to me. And we do our thing. We pay you the $500,000 or whatever, and we make what we make or whatever. So, but some wholesalers will pay you per vacant house you send them, maybe $5 per vacant house you see them, if the address can be verified. You know, so it's done all kinds of ways or whatever. So,
all right. Do you need a LLC and a lawyer to get started?
And before I answer that question, and on that driving for dollars, and you can use Bash Driven or even PropStream. Those are such valuable apps because you can really build a lot of leads that way. Even if you paying someone to drive around and find them, ideally you need to understand and do it yourself so you can train someone else. But that's a very unique way you could do it because it puts it right in those systems that now you can skip trace to call and or mail or text or whatever. So do you need an LLC or what?
You need an LLC and a lawyer to get started.
The lawyer, no. To get started, we're talking about getting started. The lawyer, no. The LLC, no. But you're all running a business. And I say to get started, meaning that you can do a deal in your name or two. It's not going to kill you. And you have the money to establish an LLC at that point. But if you have the funds to market and it doesn't affect your marketing budget, you can do the LLC at the same time, but you still can start without it even actually being established. It only takes, days to do that in most states or whatever. So sometimes in the same day.
All right. This one's from Ungay Bledsoe. He said, I'm close to closing my first deal, but there's a tenant living there who is uncooperative and isn't willing to give the seller pictures. What should I do?
Somebody suggested the other week what you should do on that?
Call the authorities.
No.
Okay.
Remember they said, pay the tenant to take some pictures, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna probably though have to convince them to also pay them to leave, because they're gonna have to leave. The law is on your side. It just makes that take some time. So you just got to be just nice with them. Say, man, I understand. You know, stuff happens. You don't want to leave. You know, blah blah blah. But why not get paid to leave? You're gonna have to leave, or whatever. But you only want to pay them once you get paid. Now you may have to front some moving costs, and you're not gonna put that money in their hand. You'll go rent the U-Haul truck. You'll go rent the what they call it, storage, self-storage or whatever. You're not gonna put the money in their hand. So, and you may have to, or 2 men in a truck or outfit like that. 2 men in a truck. Now this is not a commercial for them. This is a shameless plug. A few times I've had them to move. Now I don't know if this is everybody's experience, but they literally be running with your stuff. I don't know if they still do that. I hadn't moved in a while. They literally are running with your stuff. I was so impressed. I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like just amazed.
When you say, I'm sorry, but when you say you paying somebody to leave, are you really saying you paying like the movers?
No, I'm paying the tenant.
Oh, okay.
But I say you may have to pay for some moving expenses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They may not have the money to get a U-Haul. They may not have money to self-storage or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna probably have to pay someone to move them, or they ain't gonna move faster. Yeah, you're gonna have to probably spend that money too, or whatever. So, but it needs to be a deal that's worth it, obviously. You know, if you're going to make $12,000, if you have to spend $2,000 of it to get them out of there, then so be it, or whatever. So,
Gotcha. All right. So this one's from Ronald West on Facebook. He said, "How do you cover finances for the first closing of a double closing?"
Normally, it just comes out of the money. See, your cash buyer is funding the entire deal. It's just coming out of your money. So if your assignment fee, if your share of the closing is $500 for each deal, we just use that as a simple, I would say $1,000, and you're about to make $12,000 again. So that $1,000 for the first deal will come out of your money, and then the closing costs, in most cases, will be handled by the cash buyer on the second deal. But it just comes out of your portion of the money. So it's not like you having to actually put up money. It's normally how it's done.
All right. Eric Carney said, "Good afternoon, philanthropist and the ladies of..."
I talked to Eric today. What's up, man? It's one of my great students. Let's get it.
All right.
EC.
This one's from Al.
I like to give
Wimberly.
everybody initials on it. AW.
You love a nickname. He said, "Do you do partnerships with the deal that may be a lease to own option?"
We would take a look at it. Really not our lane, but we would take a look at it. We didn't lock the door, dude.
Okay. Jasmine Jefferson asked, "How many bandit signs should I purchase when I start wholesaling? What do I do when I see someone else's bandit signs that have been up for a while? Do I put my bandit signs across the street?"
Those are some great, leave those up there, please. Those are some great questions, Jazz.
Put them on
JJ. I said Jazz. So how many bandit signs should I purchase when I start wholesaling? Ideally, Jasmine, at least 200 minimum. Ideally. What was the second question? What do I do? 100 will work, but ideally 200 or more. 200 or more, let me say that. What do I do when I see someone else's bandit sign that has been up for a while? That is a good thing. What is that? That is a good thing, Jasmine, because if theirs is on the sign and it's been up there a while, yeah, there ain't nobody. No, I wasn't even gonna say that, but you're right. That's what I was trying to say. I couldn't get it out. No, that means that you're gonna get some life out of them. So you're gonna need to put your sign above that one or below it. I don't like really taking signs. I said I haven't done it before, but I generally don't take other people's signs down or whatever. So put yours up above or below. Boom, there you go. Don't put it. You still put that one across the street because that area probably good for bandit signs, but definitely on that same sign because that one has stayed up.
All right, this is on Instagram. Can I call you at that number posted? I have a 10-minute question.
Who?
A 10-minute question.
I thought I heard you.
Oh, like you said, it's online.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, you could call the number, but that number really is only for texting. But if you want to ask your 10-minute question, because it'll help others, and I ain't saying that, we be forgetting that. All you have to do is join us live right now. Just text the number, and Jesse will text you back the link, and you can ask it here on the live stream. I can't do any better than that. Huh?
Right. Yeah.
There it is. And anybody can do that. You can get your own personal training right here. All you have to do is just text the number. Hey, I want my 10 minutes. Well, no, I won't say that. I want my minute. I want my time. Just say that. I want my time. And you text and we'll answer your questions on the live stream. Number one, we answer your questions, but I'm sure we're going to be helping others also. That's why I love doing that or whatever. Because a lot of times people have follow-up questions even after I answer them or whatever. It's just rare. There's just a yes or no or whatever. So.
All right. This is another question on Instagram. If the seller won't give me the mortgage that's owed or tell me how much he wants to walk away with, does that seem sketchy to you?
Some people just don't want to give out that type of money. Not always. So what you'll do is, if the price that they're giving you works for you, in most cases, people are giving you a price that covers what they owe. And if it doesn't, it'll come out whenever you start doing the title work or whatever. But in most cases, that's how it works.
All right. This is on TikTok. I'm not sure if he was referring to you or somebody else, but he said, I'll give you $15K to watch over all my moves.
Watch over all this what?
Moves.
Moves?
Yeah, I'm guessing with wholesaling.
Oh, mean to coach him?
I'm guessing.
Well, I won't charge that much. Not even close to it.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about coaching, yeah.
But if you got 15,
yeah, you got 15 big ones, just hit me up or whatever. But I don't charge nothing even close to
Yes,
that.
shoot him a
Whatever.
text. The number's in his bio.
Yeah, just text me. Say, I'm the guy with the 15K.
Right.
I'm saying, oh, hey, just call me on this
Right,
number.
we
Hit me up on this other number.
All right, this one's from Darren Rainey on YouTube. He said, a long time estimates this COVID-19 shook the whole entire United States. Welcome back, Footman. Oh, we've been back. Where
Oh,
you
we've been back, man. Where you been, Darren?
All right.
DV, what was that name was?
This one came from the veteran 85. He said, Footman in the building. I just purchased PropStream today and I'm about to get Gator for real. Much love.
But make sure, the
veteran
85, veteran 85, you watch the video, the top 10 ways to use the best real estate tool. Make sure you watch the text to flip video. Make sure you watch both of those. And the recent one that I released on the probate. Oh, if you're trying to get probate leads, text the word probate, and you can see how you can get those leads, those pre-probate leads, before the process starts in most cases.
All right. Anye Bledsoe asks, when you're trying to find an investor-friendly title company, what do you say to them on the phone?
I really don't recommend doing it that way, right? That can be so discouraging because you never know who you're going to get on the phone. They may be having a bad day or whatever. The simple thing to do, Mr. Anye, AB, is to, we can just call him Ye. The simple thing to do, Ye, is, the simple thing to do, on bled. Okay, so the simple thing you'll do is just go to my Facebook group, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flip Man, and ask the question for whatever city, what title companies and or closing attorneys are wholesaler friendly in XYZ city. Just take the recommendation. That's a simple thing to do. Or go to any wholesaling Facebook group for that particular city and ask the same question. This social media stuff is a lot of foolishness out there. You're probably watching some right now with me, but there's a lot of networking going on that can be used in that way or whatever. So.
All right. What forms are needed for a subject to? I think they're saying they're in Houston, Texas.
Again, that's really not my lane or whatever. If you want to get in the subject to, I'm gonna recommend my boy Pace Morby. He's on Instagram. Just look up Pace Morby, P-A-C-E, Morby, M-O-R-B-Y. Just tell him I sent you.
All right, this one's from BK on YouTube. They said, how do I find heirs to a deceased owner?
Good question, man. It's called skip tracing. Now, the free way to do it is just go ask the neighbors. next door to the house on the left, right, across the street. That's the free way of doing it, right? And now you'll give them an incentive. If you buy the house, you'll pay them, but only after you get paid. Hey, I'm trying to find out the owners of the house. I know Mr. Johnson just died, or the record show he just died. Do you know how to reach any of his relatives? Okay, so that's the free way. If that doesn't work, then you can use this website called Intellis.com, INTELIUS.com, and you do a search there. It costs you less than $20. I think sometimes just a couple of bucks, and it normally will recommend possible relatives for that individual. So, and then you can skip trace them to reach out to them either. And then once you get their information, you can call or text or mail or something. So.
Okay, cool. I'm about to add Miss Laura Hudson to the live.
Laura is local, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, first, let me take all this stuff off. All right.
Laura.
Hello.
Hey, lady.
What's going on, Miss Hudson?
I am in my bed. I am sick, but Ty, I just wanted to let you know I got enough strength to get up and go get my first check, which was $6,670.50.
Oh! hey, let me have that 50 cents.
Thank you so much, Ty. I gotta treat you ladies and Ty to something to eat. This has been a blessing for me, Ty. I've always wanted to do real estate. I did fail the class. My husband got sick in 2019, and so one day I was in my phone and I ran across you, and I've been watching you and watching and watching and watching. I only bought 50 bandit signs.
Oh wow! Okay.
But yeah, and I just ordered 100 more.
Okay. Who you're in Birmingham, right?
Yes, I am.
What part of town was the deal in?
Ainsley.
Okay, that's what's up.
It was hard, but I got the deal done. It was.
Who did you close with? Jeff?
Jeff Palmer.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, because you had hit me up and asked me who you should close. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I love it.
And I love the first jingle.
Oh, okay. You want?
I'm used to the second one, but that first one is just something about that first one, Ty.
Okay, we gonna go back to it.
All
You
right.
hey, whenever you're feeling up to it, if you want to share your story, I would love to have you on.
Okay, by the time I share my story, I should have my next check.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's what's up.
All right.
That's what's up. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, that was wonderful.
That's so good.
That was great.
Yeah, that's so good.
In a bed, getting this bread.
Okay, period.
In a bed, getting this bread. That's what's up, Miss Laura Hudson. Wow, I can't
Put
wait.
that on the shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what's up right there. See that she followed instructions. Thank you, Miss Laura. Thank you.
All right, this is on Instagram. Any good scrubbing websites?
I use Mojo Dollar. I think it's mojosales.com. There's gonna probably be some cheaper options out there or whatever. So I'm trying to find one that I can, really just get behind or whatever. That's what I've used. So.
All right, this is also on Instagram. How do I know where to put the bandit signs? Can't people take them down if it's on their property?
Well, ideally, you're not putting it on. You put it on mostly public property, right? If you watch my video, Flip Man Ride Along bandit signs, like the movie Ride Along, Flip Man Ride Along bandit signs, I show you a lot of different places in that video where to place signs and how I put them out. Not the only way to do it, but since you're asking me, I'm telling you how I do it. So, and ideally, you say where to place them. We were just talking about that a moment ago. The lady said she saw an old bandit sign. That's a great sign. When you see a bandit sign that's faded, that's a great area to put them in. You know what I'm saying? Now, that sign has been up there for probably some years or whatever. So if you see faded bandit signs, that's definitely an area you need to be placing them. Just regardless, you know what I'm saying? You never know what eyeballs you're going to catch, even though the person might not even live in that area. Normally they come from the area where the sign's placed, but you never know. So that's free. Well, it's not free, but it's a lot of exposure to your message that you buy houses. So, but that video will help, so if you text me, I'll send you the link to that too. Ride Along bandit signs.
All right, this is on TikTok. I have a lot I owe no state taxes, but the town is taxing for water system install. Can I sell?
Yeah, just it's still going to boil down to what you owe, what you're trying to sell it for, and is it worth that based on the condition or whatever. So I'm assuming they're trying to sell their own property. Yeah. So.
All right, this is on Instagram. What are free skip tracing sites? I only know one.
Free skip tracing sites. True People Search. I think whitepages.com will give you a certain amount of information. I don't know, that those are only two I can think of in my head. Google is your friend.
All right. Rich Mall from YouTube said, if a potential seller contacts you and you contact them for the first time, do you ever make an offer right away? And if not, how much time do you take to calculate an offer and give it to them?
Well, ideally, I'm trying to get them to give me a price, their least amount. That's my goal. So, and ideally, I'm trying to do that on the first conversation. Sometimes it's not possible, but even if they give you a price, if you're not familiar with the area, then you may have to, maybe you're gonna have to let them know you'll call them back either that day or definitely by the next day, depending on what time it is. But you really want to try to call them right back, research it really quick and, call back and see if those numbers work. And you go from there. But ideally, on that first conversation, you want to talk pricing if possible.
Okay. This one's from Thomas Patterson on YouTube. They said, I see property in the scary parts of Phoenix for public records, can't locate owners. Can I just send my list to you? And how can I get the contract assignments without having earnest money deposit or proof of funds?
He said, can you just send the list to me? I'm not sure how you can't, you can't locate owners is what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for public records, you can't locate owners. You should be able to determine who the owner is through public record. Those are two different things.
Right.
Locating that owner is another thing, but I have videos on how to locate owners. Just YouTube search, skip to flip, or text me and I'll send you the link to that video, 205-964-5243. And how can I get a contract assigned without having earnest money deposit? Well, we're only talking, if you're dealing with just regular people, we're talking earnest money deposits are $10 to $100 in most cases. If you're dealing with real estate agents, that ain't gonna fly. They're gonna want, in most cases, a minimum of $500, but most of the time they want $1,000 or more, and they're gonna want proof of funds. But when you're just dealing with just regular Joe, the homeowner, they're not gonna want proof of funds, and the earnest money is really normally not gonna even matter to them. So stay away from real estate agents. If you're asking that question, you definitely need to stay away from them, GP.
All right. Okay. Jessica Taylor, MBA realtor. She said, where can I buy bulk bandit signs?
The company that I use is called Dirt Cheap Signs, and they'll give you a small discount. But you need to call them. You don't need to order online. You need to call them, tell them you know me, and boom, they'll do it. So if you text me, I'll gladly send you that information on how to reach out to them and get that discount.
Okay, this one's from Timothy Moore on YouTube. He said, how do you deal with fear?
Well, the first thing for me, now everybody's different, is educating yourself as much as possible.
Right.
When you know what you're talking about, that confidence eliminates fear in a lot of cases. Remember, guys, when you're educating yourself on this stuff, whether I'm teaching it or whoever else, you know more than 99% of the people about this particular topic than the people walking around. That's most real estate owners. You know more than them. All right. And so, that's your advantage right there. The other thing is the attitude that you must have is, I don't care if they do it or they don't. I got $10 million in the bank. You may only have 10. The attitude needs to be, I got $10 million. I'm going on to the next person, whether they do it or don't. You also have to understand this. Most won't, but enough will. And what that simply means is most people that you talk to about selling their house or their piece of real estate are not going to sell it at a price that works for you. But guess what? Enough of them will, because we're talking 4, 5, sometimes 6, maybe even 7-figure paydays or whatever. It's just worth it or whatever. For those few that will, it could be life-changing money for most people.
I would say don't be afraid to make mistakes too.
Oh yeah. Jessica hit definitely. Most people think it needs to be perfect in order for them to make money. That's not the case.
Right. And
Did-
then too, if you try and do well, then you tried and made some money. If you tried and didn't make money, you still fix it and do another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no downside to
Yeah, it's, you know, mistakes are going to happen. Like the last interview I did with the young ladies out of Maryland, they made several mistakes and still made what they made 30 grand, I think 30 grand on it or whatever. You know, that's one of the great things about, you know, this entry into real estate. You could be making mistakes all along the way and still pick up a 5-figure check. Most businesses that happen, you out of business.
Right.
You know, that's one of the other unique things about it. If you don't ever start, no, you can't fail. But guess what? If you don't ever start, you can't succeed either.
If you don't ever start, you fail yourself.
Yeah, you know, so, hey, and when you make a mistake, that experience from that mistake is probably more valuable than anything I could teach you because it comes from experience. That's my fear speech.
Yeah, nice. All right, this is on
Cold as
Instagram.
ice.
How can I get a free list of the pre-foreclosure houses, properties?
A free list?
Yes, free list.
Sometimes Zillow will be pretty detailed on pre-foreclosure. Sometimes you can pull them up there. That's free. Other than that, I don't know a free way of getting a pre-foreclosure list or whatever.
All right, are you still using bandit signs? Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, this is on TikTok. Can you rate the true people search on a scale of 1 to 10 on accuracy?
Probably 5.
Okay. All right, do you record your lives on here?
Yeah, go into post mode, repost mode as soon as we finish on Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, pretty much on all the platforms they available to watch again right after we finish.
All right, this is on Instagram. Can you become a millionaire from wholesaling?
Most definitely.
All right, here you go.
All right. This one's from Al Wimberly on YouTube. He said, the Digulator CRM, do you offer any type of training yourself? Because it's a little confusing to me.
Great question.
Mhm.
Al, if you'll text me, I'll get someone to personally walk you through it. Yes, we have people that are personally, actually on board you, as we call it. Yes.
All right. This one's from Vanessa Rogers on YouTube. She said, what is the lowest selling price being offered by a seller to stay above for a good deal? For instance, is 30,000 enough room for a deal?
All right, reread that
What
question.
is
We were
the lowest?
distracted.
We definitely got distracted. What is the lowest selling price being offered by a seller to stay above a good deal? For instance, is 30,000 enough room for a deal?
What's her name?
Vanessa Rogers.
Miss Rogers. 30. It's just not a case, but you can't
Depending
do
on
it that way. The numbers is just normally 30 grand is not enough. I can just tell you that normally it's not. But I have a calculator on my site, Digulator.com, that helps you figure out those numbers or whatever. So you'll need to know the ARV, you have an idea of the repairs, and it'll do the rest for you, and you can play with how much you want to make. But to answer your question, normally no, or whatever. You text me, I'll send you a link to the calculator and a video to explain in more detail for you. But no, that normally won't work.
All right.
Not for a wholesale deal.
Okay.
A cash wholesale deal.
So Kevin Hughes from YouTube said, I put an impact stapler on a metal pipe so people can't get the signs down without a step stool because of the extra reach. I also carry a can of black spray paint to cover up other people's numbers. Ooh, you ain't playing no games.
Two things there.
Ooh.
I was over in Roebuck one day,
Oh, Lord.
one morning. Well, me and Clarence, when I was doing the sign, I was driving him around or whatever. And, I wasn't over there, but I wasn't even putting out sign. I was just over there looking at the house real early in the morning. And I saw this dude with anger in his eyes over there removing signs. And for those like Kevin that put them up high, just like you built a tool to put them up, my boy had one to remove them. whatever. He had a like a what they call it, a PVC pipe or whatever, and like a scraper on the end of it that he had then rigged up. They come right off. He throw him in the back of his truck, go to the next one, and I just followed him around. I videoed it, but I can't find the video or whatever. He was dead serious. I'm like, wow, just a regular dude. One the city, one the police definitely ain't gonna do that. Huh? Well, he live in the community. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't happening. He was taking them down. I guess that was his Saturday, every Saturday thing or whatever, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and Roebuck.
I knew it.
And so, and then on the other thing, my man,
business.
Kevin, you ain't one of them, are you, man? He's paid the folks numbers.
Paying the folks numbers.
Oh, it's enough money out here for everybody, man. Golly, Kev, come on now.
Gator.
Come on, you gator, but oh man, you over there in the swamp for real, nigga. You eating other gators. Yeah, you eating other folks, okay? Come on, man. Golly. It's hard enough for people out here, man, trying to get this money, man. Everybody can get the money, man.
All right. This is from Mrs. Williams on YouTube. She said there's bandit signs around my area from the same person. They've been up forever and have faded just to a blank sign. Would I be wrong to write I buy houses and put my number?
No, you would not.
No, you would not.
In that situation, no, you would not. But you need to get your own signs.
Yeah.
Because if they're faded, oh yeah, it look tacky. I'll do it if that's the only money you got to do it with. You got to do what your resources will allow. But you need to do whatever you need to do whatever you need to do to come up with $300 to $500 to get your own set of signs. I hope you ain't got that stimulus money and blowed it now.
Or when she get her signs, just put them on top.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You definitely gonna do that. That's what I'm saying, because they are staying up, and that's the only person in the area with signs. Oh my God, that's what you live for that. And they've been up for years that they've faded.
They laughing at Kevin. He said it's a savage in the city.
It's savage, man. I'll tell you, he's another gator. He's a cannibal. That's the right word. Yeah.
All right. Thomas Patterson said, I have fixed MLS listings in daily. How can I benefit from the agent who tied me and set me up with access to their Flex MLS account with my own login?
For wholesaling, man, MLS doesn't give you anything that Zillow doesn't give you, period. If you're an agent and your properties the clients that hired you to sell their properties are not posting their deals on Zillow, they're doing that person a disservice. Zillow is the Google of residential real estate. If you're trying to sell or rent a property, if you don't have it on that site, you're kidding yourself. That's the first place people go there. Well, the first thing people do is just go Google an address or buy a house. But guess what site coming up first? Zillow in most cases. So having MLS really does, as far as wholesaling now, it really doesn't give you an advantage. It just really doesn't. For wholesaling, because everything is on Zillow. If you're going to target those type of properties, which I don't recommend for newbies, because that's a whole nother ball game dealing with real estate agents.
Anye Bledsoe said that they're a girl. I'm sorry. I'm sure we probably said or he probably said my man Anye. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Anye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, this is on TikTok. Are you on Clubhouse?
Barely.
See the sign.
Barely.
How you do, Jessica? I don't know how to set up a room. I'm supposed to be Mr. Techie. I don't know how to set up I hadn't put enough energy in trying to set up a room or whatever. But yeah, we on there. It just ain't on that. I've been invited. My guys out of Atlanta. I think the lady that runs theirs, wholesaling. What they call wholesaling RS Tim and I think Will is their name. And they've invited me. And I got on one of the what you call it when you be in the thing, in the panel. The one that be on the ones that can talk. Yeah, and they went to me. I went on and joined and talked, and I don't even know what I said even made any sense or not. I know. I think I got all off topic and everything. Turn his mic off, man. This guy's hot. I mean, he's high. Huh? No, they don't go in record mode. Not as ever now. This guy's high. But anyway, so yeah, we on there.
Just keep
So
watching.
we ain't on there.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right. This is also on TikTok. How do we partner with you there in Georgia?
Well, you'll submit your deal to my site, dealulator.com. And it needs to be under contract. You need to be dealing directly with the owner. It needs to be a great deal, and it needs to be off market. And my definition of off market, that is not advertised anywhere on the internet. If you don't know what a great deal is, go to dealulator.com, put your information in the calculator. You'll know if you're there or not or whatever. So that's how you partner with me. Or you can just text me, the 205-964-5243, and we'll do it.
All right. This is also on TikTok. Have you ever bought land and built the house on it?
Nope. Don't even know where to start.
All right. Okay, this one's from Magnus. Yeah. They said, how do I help my 14 and 17-year-old brothers make money through wholesaling?
How do I help my 14 and 17-year-old brothers make money through wholesale? Well, the first thing you want to do, Magnus, is they need to understand the process. If they're the first thing, I'm assuming they need to be interested. At that age, hopefully they are. If they are, just turn them on to my video. If they're interested in it, they're going to go through it. That's all you got to do. And then if they need funding to, I'm assuming you are of age or older. I'm assuming that. If they need funding for, bandit signs or whatever, you do that. And they need someone because they're not of age to sign a contract, you do that part. But first, they got to do their part first, right? Is educating themselves. They'll let you know how serious they are about it. And that's with anybody.
All right. It's your girl Angel said, hey. Let's see. Kevin Hughes said, when wholesaling REO that won't allow an assignment clause, you can make a company to own the contract, sell the company as a work around. Where can I find the paperwork involved in selling the company?
I've never done that before, but I've heard people say that's what you do. You got to have the right type of buyer that wants to participate in that. Number one, that's where it needs to start. Before you worry about the paperwork, you got to have buyers that want to participate in something like that. The paperwork is the easy part or whatever, selling a company, I guess, or an LLC or whatever. So.
All right. Kid Gotti 23 said, what kind of property should I look for?
Well, the name of the game is great deals. Now that's going to come in a lot of different, ways, or can come in a lot of different ways. You're really targeting motivated sellers. Someone is motivated to sell a piece of real estate cheap, right? Mm-hmm. And how can you find, what kind of property? So it could be a property that obviously need repairs, or it could be a pretty property. It really doesn't matter about the property type. If you're talking about houses, it really matters, why does this person want to sell? Are they motivated to sell it enough to be cheap? So that's why you just do a lot of different marketing techniques when you can scale up the multiple marketing methods, because you're trying to just make people aware, let them know that you buy houses. I buy houses, or we buy houses, or whatever. So the numbers just take over. So.
All right. Mark E from YouTube asks, what's the benefit of buying Dealulator?
Oh my God.
The benefits are so vast.
God. They're so vast. well, Dealulator, you're probably referring to the two, which is PropStream. I'm a reseller of PropStream and Batch Leads or whatever. So the tool itself, or those tools themselves, do different things. And some they do similar things also. But the main thing just with the PropStream is a tool. It simply just, you put in an address, tells you who owns the property, what they possibly paid for it. Does it actually have a loan or loan history? It's called transaction history. You can determine the value of the property by analyzing comps. You can build lists for potential motivated sellers and cash buyers. You can skip trace in there. You can do a number of things. Batch leads, you can do some of the similar things. You can also do text messaging. So Dealer is a hub. Just look at it as a Walmart, and we sell different products to make your life better. Always low prices. What they say? Always low prices.
I'm not sure if you already answered this, but what's the difference between skip trace and the list automator on Dealer?
The list automator is basically, from my understanding, I rarely use it, but it's basically like if you build certain lists, and when those type of properties hit the system, they go into those particular folders. Skip tracing is basically you're submitting some information trying to find someone's phone number and email address. Those are two different things.
All right, this is also on Instagram. Have you ever used hard money lender to fund and flip deals?
Yeah, I have got drilled. When the market crashed in 2008, I had 7 hard money lenders loans at one time that I was paying for an entire year. I was, wow. Yeah. Oof.
All right, this is on TikTok. Can you give step-by-step?
Part of the reason why I don't do that, I don't
Okay.
really do flips now, but go ahead though, I'm sorry.
All right, can you give steps to wholesaling from start to finish?
Yeah.
I guess they want you to do it. Starting now.
All right, I mean like right now? Oh, well.
It's
Assuming,
it's a lot of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a lot of videos. But I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. I'll give you the Thai version, the Thai Notes version. What you're really doing, man, is that you're finding a great real estate deal. You're finding a great real estate deal, and you're basically putting it on the contract, and you're selling that contract. Now, there's holes in the process there, but that's what my free content explains to you, all the details to fill in the holes on that. You know, that's why my 600 plus videos on YouTube get you there. So free. If you want it, free.
All right, someone just purchased your course.
Boom. Thank you.
All right, and then this is on TikTok. Do you practice the Burr method?
No, I've never done that before.
All right, let's go back up. Okay, this one's from Jasmine Jefferson. She said, do I calculate the ARV before the seller gives me the amount they want for the house or after they give me the amount?
Say it again.
Do I calculate the ARV before the seller gives me the amount they want for the house or after they give
Well,
me
sometimes you're not going to have an option, depending on how you get the lead. If they called you from a bandit sign, you may be in your car or something when you get the call or whatever. You may not have access to pull up that information. So you're just going to accept the information that they give you a price or whatever. You go back and do your research, or if they won't give you a price, want you to make an offer, you have to go back and do your research and call them back on either or though. So it's really, that may not always be the situation or whatever. So.
All right, this one's from April LaJoy Bolden on YouTube. She said, what site do you skip trace with?
If you'll text me, I'll send you the link to it, but it's skip 2 flip. Skip 2 flip. Skip the number 2 flip.
Okay, Claudio Holmes from Facebook said, do you do tear down deals?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, let me back up. It just depends. I guess you're saying just a lot. It'll just really just buying a lot. It just depends on where it is. If they're building brand new houses in that area, like a block away, then yeah, it's a possibility or whatever. But it just depends. So we'll take a look at it. You know, those are normally harder to pull off. You got to get them really cheap.
All right, April LaJoy Bolden asked, what yard signs do we make an agreement with the business?
What business? I guess she means if.
Yeah.
No, you're really not doing it that way, young lady. You can YouTube search it, but YouTube search flip man ride along signs, bandit sign, ride along bandit signs, flip man, ride along bandit sign, or you can text me on the number. I'll gladly send you the link to it or whatever. But no, you don't. But to answer your question, no.
Okay.
Now, let me back up. Now, you can,
Mhm.
a business may let you put a sign in their window, maybe a gas station or something, or a restaurant, or cleaners, or something like that. Yeah, you can always do that or whatever. A lot of times they just let you do it for free or whatever. So, offers are free.
Okay. We buy houses cash asked. Footman, what else do you do besides wholesaling?
As far as actual income, play with the stock market a little bit, crypto a little bit. I guess the flip man stuff is really real estate. Money comes from that. Wholesaling. The actual goals are on the commercial side of it. So those are my current, I guess, streams of income or whatever. So
All right. Brittany Wright is telling everybody to hit the like on the way in. Please
thank you,
do
Brittany.
that, y'all.
Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. Shout out to Brittany Wright.
Let's see. This one says, what are tear down deals?
Oh, they're meaning that the house, you really can't repair it. It just needs to be demoed, need to be demolished, and it's just a vacant lot. That's what they're referring to.
All right, 2 people on Instagram asked about RioPro. So they asked you, do you use it and what do you think about it?
I've never used it before. Plus, that's a competitor there.
Okay, can I use a listing contract then assign it for a wholesale deal?
It's possible if that contract doesn't have any verbiage in there saying you can assign it. I guess it could be. Yeah.
All right, how much is your course?
Well, they said a listing contract. No. Let me back up. A listing agreement is between a realtor and a client, someone trying to sell a property or someone trying to buy. That's not the same thing. No, it has to be a purchase and sales agreement. Now, it may be a realtor, what they call it, the actual approved contract that realtors use in a certain market. You maybe can sign those if the verbiage allows it, but an actual listing agreement, no, that's not the same thing.
All right, someone on Instagram wants to know how much is your course?
Well, the course itself by itself with no coaching is one price. With coaching is another price. If you'll text me on the number, I'll gladly send you that information.
All right, do you wholesale land?
Yes, not much, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough for me or whatever.
All right, Real Travis Jones said he went from wholesaling to flipping. Thanks, Flipman.
That's what's up.
He said thank you.
Yes. So we can about round this up.
Okay. I have just a few more.
Okay.
Okay. Keena B from YouTube said, how do you come up with the ARV on a pre-foreclosure when the owner still has a balance on their mortgage, or can you even do those?
The ARV, they have the balance on the mortgage has nothing to do with what the property will sell for in excellent condition. You do the same thing. It's the same thing, Keena. That has nothing to do with the ARV itself. It may have something to do with it, whether it's a deal or not, but that has nothing to do with what the house will appraise for in excellent condition, what they owe.
Okay. Sheba Davis said, I have my first 2 deals currently under contract. Do you purchase full demo houses? You just said no. Purchase price is $10K, repair estimate is $40 to $50K, and the ARV is $80,000.
Yeah, those numbers wouldn't work. Those wouldn't work.
All right, this one's from Tylek Douglas on YouTube. They said some of these questions makes it obvious you haven't done no research at all. Well, don't call them out like that. They might be new.
Yeah, see, Tyler, what you have to understand, depending on the algorithm, whether they're on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or wherever, Facebook, sometimes they just like somebody to say, what is this?
Yeah.
So it may be their first introduction to this, or this may be only their second time. Somebody may have shared the link with them that you need to check this guy out or whatever.
Right,
so they're going to have basic questions. So they don't know there's an opportunity that I have over 600 plus videos. So sometimes they don't know or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So you have to we have to assume that's the situation. Now sometimes you're right. They know those videos exist and they still don't watch them. So you are right on some, but we're going to assume that it's more the other than that. So
right. Okay. This one's from R West. How accurate are the comps, and are the comps derived on PropStream?
Very. They're coming directly from the courthouse.
Okay.
That information is coming directly from that county's courthouse or state or whatever. It's coming directly from that. So as accurate is how they are producing it to the public. That count is producing to the public.
Okay. Tyler said he remembers me. I'm always here. Tell him I'm the one who gave him the idea to do ARVs live.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Your check is in the mail.
Okay. This one's from Monty Young. They said, what are some free ways to get inbound leads off digital marketing like Google Ads and Facebook?
Well, those are not free.
Mhm.
Google ads and Facebook, some of those Facebook ads, those are not free and not close to being free or whatever. So I'm sort of confused on the question, because once you mix those two in there, those are not free or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. This one's from Triplet Blessing. They said, have you heard about tax lien property?
Oh yeah, that's
Definitely.
those exist everywhere. The laws are different on the process of getting involved in those, but yeah, tax lien properties.
All right, and we got-
LEIN.
We got somebody waiting in the stream.
Okay.
Or wait, somebody to add you.
All right.
Hi.
How's it going, Flip Man? How you doing?
What's happening, my man?
Hey, I'm new to PropStream. I just purchased my first flip yesterday, so we're gonna be flipping that one. But I am looking to wholesale like full time, and for PropStream, I'm trying to figure out what's the best list to use in terms of distressed sellers, and how accurate are those comps that are provided in the comp analysis tabs on PropStream.
Those comps are coming allow me to answer your second question first.
All right.
Those comps are coming directly from the courthouse. So they're as accurate as the courthouse is producing it to the public.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, what list should you build? It's a lot of different ways you can go with it. But when you go to the filter, the quick list you could do free and clear, or you could do free and clear on the where the owner is occupied or not. Do non-owner occupied, select no on that. I don't care if they're vacant or not, so I do any on that.
Okay.
And then characteristics, property characteristics, I'm gonna do the residential, and then property type, single family, and then MLS characteristics or info. I'm going to do off market, and then the next tab is ownership information. I'm going to do individual. I don't want to do corporate or trust, or I don't know what the other one. I forget what the other one is. So, and then I want them to have owned it for at least a year. Now, an additional, so own it for at least a year. You could do more years depending on what city you're in. You may have to do more to shrink the list. And then there's also an option on the owner information. If you're in, what city are you in?
I'm in Endicott, New York, Broome County, New York. It's in the southern tier of New York.
Oh, okay. Help me. I relate everything to New York City.
Near Binghamton. It's north of New York City.
How
Near
far?
Binghamton, south of Syracuse.
How far from New York City?
It's like 3 hours from
Oh,
New
okay, a
York.
long way. Okay.
Yeah,
So, okay. So you're, what's the population in that general area? That'll help me out.
It's dirt. It's like 100,000.
Okay, so that's small. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, at least own for at least a year. So from there, that should give you a decent size list. Now, that's a small market, so you can really go hone in on a list like that. But if you watch my video on text to flip, it goes through what I just somewhat explained. So
Okay. Thank you, Ty.
no problem at all, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay. All right. Do you have any more? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How often do you go live?
Normally Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Really every Monday through Friday. Some days we don't. Sometimes it just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit the schedule. But normally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday during the day, the midday, and then on Thursday normally in the evenings.
All right. This person on TikTok, they made their first deal because of you. They said, I guess they made 5,000. They said,
Oh.
thank you.
Oh, that's what's up, TikTok. That's
And then
what
somebody
TikTok.
asked about Washington, D.C. Yes, that's a good area to
What?
wholesale.
Oh yeah.
And is it a hot spot for the DMV area?
Oh yeah. A lot of people there. A lot of deals there. All right, guys. We've been rolling pretty good here. So Friday, I said it's my quit the job eve. Quit on May 1st, 2006. So I turned in my resignation letters on a Sunday because the office was closed and I didn't want to go through, oh, we're going to be so sad to see you leave. I didn't want to go through all of that or whatever. So, but anyway, so again, anything you need, just text the number to 205-964-5243. Everything you need to know is on my YouTube channel. You got questions, post them in the comment section of any video. I answer those on a daily basis. So there are no excuses. Everything's there on my YouTube channel. So you have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free.
If you didn't get your question answered, because I know I still had a few more in both me and Ken, all these videos or this live will go into replay mode on pretty much all the platforms. So you can ask them in that video comments, or you can go to YouTube and ask them, anything like that. All right. Yeah, like on your way out, y'all. Have a good
Like on your way out. Yeah.
Yay. All right. Bye.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, and I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't
I
stop.
will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you